everybody knows that the next season is going to be crazy because apparently it's the Culling Games, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, Culling
Yes,
Games
it's the
arc
Culling
is
Games.
the
How you
next
know
one.
about the Culling Games, bro?
Bro, it's all over. Everybody knows the Culling Games is the
Anyways.
next arc.
What you know about the Culling?
Anyways,
Culling, but you didn't even know what
Hey,
it is.
look, I'm gonna be honest with you.
You just know that
game. You said it.
it's the Culling Game arc.
This is the arc where you literally need to make sure. This is like an open book test.
Oh, so now you're
You're-
spoiling it.
No. Well, we're here today. We're gonna be talking about the final review of Jujutsu Kaisen season 2. We've seen the last episode, and man, there's a lot to talk about.
A lot to take in.
and a
I'm
lot
going to
to
go
take in.
first because
Go
you
for it.
guys are the real.
Meatballs?
Like I liked it, but you guys like, especially you, because you know. No, hold on. Let me finish. Let me go making facial expressions.
I don't like how you said that.
No, because I know you guys are gonna get more enthralled, and then I have stuff to say, but you guys are gonna be more. But because I do have a little bit of
Just
negative to
listen to
say
what you gotta
that
say.
you guys are probably not gonna say. That's why.
Maybe.
We are going to say it.
Maybe. Go
No,
ahead.
Go ahead.
My only negative is that I feel like this final episode was so like. After everything we went through, like I felt like it
Bro.
was. Hey, you didn't even. He
He
didn't even let me finish. Nigga said, bro.
Bro. Okay, all right, my bad.
Let him go.
The final episode was a good episode. I think for everything in terms of information and everything you need, and for the build up for the next episode, it was for the next season or whatever. It's good. But I don't think that it had enough for me to say that like this was a perfect close, or that it was like a great ending, or that it was like, oh my god, like we have to be here and fucking all of what happened throughout. Like I feel like if they would have stopped it at those 22 episodes, I'd have been like, okay, next season. But with that last episode, I was kind of just like, all right, I'll wait for the next season. I feel like it dwindled it down just a tad bit for me. Like it didn't,
Bro.
it didn't
Are you
give me the
are you
pizzazz.
serious, bro?
Yes.
I fully agree with you.
I'm just
I
saying.
fully agree with you. That's
I'm
why
just
I'm like, what do you
saying.
mean? I think we all
If you
agree.
haven't asked me, I was thoroughly because the thing is the way the episode 22 left you off of, you're like, dog,
It's about
this
to get
girl
crazy.
just
Yes.
came in. It's about to be lit. She about to take off. As soon as episode 23 came in, he was like, I bet you here. Oh, shit. Well, I already activated it. We out. And on goes life. You're like, what?
Yeah, that's it.
Life just
That's it.
happens?
I'm not gonna lie.
He just walks away and it's
I-
just fine. Everybody's like, well, I mean, I'm fucked up. So, like, I'm just like, dog, I thought this was going to be a final fight scene. Like, I thought it was going to be more of a conclusion.
They got out of the ice.
I mean, there were some hype moments on there. I'm
yeah,
not gonna lie.
I
There
agree.
were some hype.
I
on there.
agree.
But I'm not gonna lie. I literally checked. I completely checked out at the very last one. Say 15 to 30. It might be even a minute.
Yeah.
Because I'm not gonna lie, Yuji took forever
To
to
pop
walk
in there,
on
bro.
that bridge.
Yes, bro.
For then those curses to come out, and then for it to end abruptly like that. I
Yeah.
was just like,
That's it.
and then I saw the credits, and I'm like, that's it.
Do you know? And that's one of the things that gets me so fucking mad because I know they have to do it for whatever purpose.
Dramatic purposes.
But like,
That's what
how
it
the
was.
fuck is it that when these niggas fight, they can go from across the fucking city at super lightning speed, but when this nigga got to get to somebody to stop him from doing something, and it's like right here, it
Well,
takes a whole
He's
episode.
running
to
like
run
a
Well, hold
normal
on, hold on.
human.
Well, yeah,
He's
but the
running
thing
like
is-
me. That's out of shape.
No, he was what? No, he was walking. The thing is, he's depressed.
It was a casual.
He's
It was a
upset.
power
He's-
walk.
No, he wasn't even a power walk, bro. It was a nonchalant, just walking. He's like, yo, my life sucks, and I'm gonna walk across this bridge, and then he just gets jumped by these things, and then it just cuts off.
Yeah.
But I feel like it lingered way too much.
It did.
And I'm not gonna lie, I don't feel like it ended on any note. Like it wasn't a
No
low note, high
No,
note. It just,
bro.
I was like, what?
It just kind of had you ending like.
But
wait,
and I get
what?
it.
Like
They were
when
trying to do build up, and it didn't work there.
Like every other episode that I watched, when I got up, I was like, man, that was it. That shit hit right. Like when I got up from that episode, I was like, what am I gonna watch next?
Right.
Yeah.
Like I need
Yeah.
to fill my palate with something because that wasn't enough.
Like
But-
the high moments that you're talking about is pretty much the moments when they were just showing everybody's fate, everybody's
Facts.
sentence. You was like,
Yeah,
what?
facts.
So,
You're
and
like,
then I
you're
will
like,
say,
what? Gojo's an enemy now? Like how? Like that's crazy.
so
like, go ahead.
no, you're right. I fully agree with you. I do want to just touch upon the only hype thing we got was that Yuji got sentenced to he got sentenced to an execution, and it needs to be done by Yuta.
Yeah.
That's literally probably the hypest moment.
And Yuta was about that. He was
Yeah,
like,
you about that life.
yeah. What's the Solomon? The dude, what's his name again?
I can't remember. I know what
koi
you're talking
fish.
Koi fish.
Yeah,
Yeah, he was
tuna.
Mad. Yeah, tuna. He was
Uh,
mad. Tuna
yeah.
arm got cut off. It was like, bro, you cut tuna arm off.
Yeah, I
But he
can't.
doesn't
I
even
can't
have-
remember his name. I'm sorry, but
That's wild. I think, like I said, everybody knows that the next season is going to be crazy because apparently it's the Culling Games, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, Culling
Yes,
Games
it's the
arc
Culling
is
Games.
the
How you
next
know
one.
about the Culling Games, bro?
Bro, it's all over. Everybody
What
knows
you know
the
about the
Culling
Culling
Games.
Games,
is
bro?
the next arc.
What you know about the Culling?
Anyways,
Culling, but you didn't even know what
Look,
it is.
look, I'm gonna be honest with
You
you.
just know that's
game. You said it.
it's
It's
the
a
Culling
game.
Game arc.
It's a tournament.
This is the arc where you literally need to make sure this is like an open book test.
Oh, so now you're
You're-
spoiling it.
No. I'm just saying. I'm not. It's not a spoiler. It's not even a spoiler. I'm just
what
saying.
is spoil?
The Culling Games is an open book text. Is when you're watching it and you gotta have notes open so you can follow what the heck is gonna go on. Because this is where like the Jujutsu Kaisen system really turns into like the Hunter x Hunter with Nen. You know how like all the
yeah.
different power structure is with Nen and it's like
yeah,
stuff.
Yeah.
This is where it gets like really intense. I'm
In
not gonna
depth.
lie. Like when you find out the rules for the Culling Game, I'm calling it right now. You're gonna be like, what? They gotta do what?
That's crazy.
It's gonna get really complicated from here, but it's gonna be a good time. There's a lot of
It's gonna get really
enjoyable.
like JJK. JJK has to be one of the greatest complicated animes there is.
Second,
Like it's complicated, but it's not like
it's
I
Hunter,
can't
again Hunter x
understand.
Hunter's number one.
It's like it's not like I can't keep up.
Yeah,
But I've definitely had to rewind some things just so I can be like, what are you trying to explain to me right now?
facts.
Like when they was explaining like domains and then the simple domains, like I
Yeah.
definitely have to rewind it back to be like, wait, let me make sure I understand what the heck he just did right here.
Yeah, and then again, like now we got a little glimpses of like reverse curse techniques. And
Yeah,
stuff like
reverse
that.
curse techniques.
So and then, like you said, simple domains is again a very big part of this. Like we
Mhm.
got like a little sample in the first season. We got a lot more of it here.
Yeah.
We got like a little sample of reverse technique here. We're gonna get a
Mhm.
lot more as it goes on, and again, it's gonna get really hectic and crazy.
Yeah, because they're just releasing the curse spirit and making the curse age more prevalent. He's trying to bring back that curse age.
But I also want to say, I also want to pull it out. I do like again another wow factor was just like now supposedly, and I'm not gonna lie, it was a little lackluster, but the entire world now knows about curse techniques.
Yeah,
Like they know that
The
Jujutsu
curse spirits.
sorcery, curse spirits.
But it's all
actually,
Japan.
no, the world like
The world
everybody
knows it, but they know that the
Well, no, I'm
mecha
just saying-
center of curses and who has the strongest curse energy is Japan.
And I like how they had a shout out to like and then especially when this country finds out about that, they're gonna want.
oh yeah,
to
they
do
was like,
this
yo,
too.
U.S. is not going. They're not.
They're gonna be
play
like,
with
what? What's curse technique? Is that a new type of
that.
nuke?
What? I'm getting
What?
on that.
We need that.
So, but I kind of feel like it was a little lackluster though, because again, now the entire world knows about it, and I'm not saying that they did a bad job portraying it, but it just didn't hit as
Make the
hard
emphasis.
as the rest of the season was.
Yeah.
At
So
all.
I want to say before we do move on from this, what do you guys think as a whole? I know I read the manga and I've been hyping up this adaptation for the longest.
Adaptation.
This adaptation of this
Why you always gotta? Why you always do that?
I just didn't want to
Because
sound
it's
like
the
that.
correct way to say it.
adaptation. It was an adaptation though. It was the adaptation.
It's to adapt. Adapt
Yeah,
is
yeah.
to do.
Adaptation.
Adaptation is the meaning of what you have done.
Okay.
Yeah, I think you lose.
I
the correct
apologize.
one.
I
I
know he
didn't. I
was
mean,
English
you just
teacher.
kept
I
going.
apologize.
and
I'm
I
just
was
saying,
like,
I
yeah,
think
watch
he's
it
right on
keep
this
being
one.
wrong.
Alright, I'll
I
give it
think
to
he's
you
right
then.
on this one.
All right, I apologize.
I
Give
was
it to you
saying,
then.
you were like,
But if
adamant.
you're
I
wrong
was
though,
like,
you
that's
know,
not.
yo, fuck you though. All right, but still, this adaptation again, I've been hyping it up since before it even started. Like,
Yeah.
I wanted this to be the Chimera Ant arc since of
Chimera.
the Chimera Ant arc
And
of
you-
Hunter's
that
Hunter.
That one was just
Okay.
because
You're right.
I didn't need to do that.
I know I want to hear your opinions first before I go
so
on.
I'll go.
As a
over
manga
'cause I'm
reader.
gonna be
Go
quick.
ahead, go ahead.
Anime only.
No, I know. I never read the manga, so it's easy.
Right.
I'm just, hey, make sure they don't know that though. Go ahead.
Yeah, I haven't read most mangas for everybody to know. I've read a few things, but nothing like I've probably read 5 compared to his 1 million. No, I look everything up to this last episode. I feel like then there was a couple times we talked about it where I was a little let down on certain things, but overall, what they gave me from what Jujutsu Kaisen started from, which was already like it kicked down the door to like, okay, we're different, we're gonna do some things, but then it just kept progressively getting to the point where I was like, well, this shit is fucking. It's a whole different game right here. Like this isn't just your ever regular 12 episode anime that people gonna forget about. But like this is just one of the other ones they dropped. No. So I think that what they gave me this season was phenomenal beyond like expectations in terms of like, because you were like, oh, it's gonna be probably the best season that you've seen, and I agree. It would. Like my only bias is that I love Bleach so much that I want to put it more than Jujutsu Kaisen, but I have to be realistic that Jujutsu Kaisen just had an overall better body of work for this season. That but Bleach came so good that I was like, yeah, but like Jujutsu Kaisen has
Hey, definitely
fermented
hyped.
itself with these episodes in the season. Yeah, exactly.
You're
You know
just
what I'm saying?
fanboying.
But I can unfanboy for 5 minutes and
And
understand.
appreciate.
Yeah.
Because I can't even be mad that I'm like, because like, it just was that good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I would say that if anybody was to come from like, yo, I want to see how they would adapt this season, Jujutsu Kaisen was like, okay, we got you, bro.
So
And they did it great. So I think they did a great job overall.
final verdict on it.
For the whole season was 9 out of 10.
Yeah.
Yeah.
For me, there was a lot of hype coming into the episode. I mean, to this season from a lot of people and a lot of manga readers, and it had to live up to that hype, in my opinion, because going up until now into the season, I mean, JJK has certified itself as being a good anime, but I think after this arc, it has put itself above like Shonen. That's why it's like kind of on a top tier anime list.
Yeah.
So like,
Kinda?
well, not kinda. It is on the top tier anime list.
Yeah.
Like, I'm not. Yeah, arguably, you know what I mean. For people out there, in mine, it's on the top tier anime list. And after this one, it shows why, because it's like on that Demon Slayer level to me.
I think
you
it's
know?
fair- I
And
think
then
it's-
some people might, and some people argue that it's better than Demon Slayer, and I won't hate on him for that. But I can, after this arc, I won't hate on him. Before this arc, I would have hated on him like, bro, you tripping. Demon Slayer is hands down better than this anime. Now, after this arc's passed, I could be like, I can see your argument. I'm a fan. You know, I'm fanboying, but I can see your argument.
Final
Final
verdict.
verdict.
Final verdict on this one, I say, damn, I want to say it's like a 9.5.
How did I know he was gonna put points?
He was going to. He always
Never has
does.
a solid
Never do a
number.
solid, bro.
Solid.
I'll
I
give
know
it a
solid
9
number.
or 9.342.
Okay.
I like those.
All right,
you
so-
can't give an accurate rating with those.
But before you go, I just want
Go
to say
ahead, go ahead.
one of the things real quick.
Yeah.
I think one of the most closest assessments you can make is I think best anime is hard to put it in that subject of this time because there's so many different genres. But when you specify it as the best shonen at the moment, when you put it into the shonen category where it literally falls, which is like the Demon Slayer, which is a shonen and stuff
Well,
like
yeah,
that,
that's what I meant.
then it's
yeah.
in the top category of shonens. Because there's other animes that people because that's the argument people are gonna have with you. Well, it's for a shonen, it's great, you know, because people think that that's the fucking reason why it wouldn't be good. Shonens being a shonen is look, it's watered down. I get it, but it's so good when even the watered down is still better than what is your K drama or your love stories. You know what I'm saying? Because those are what's popular for fan service. But for us who like to watch things for different categories, for the subcategory of shonen, Jujutsu Kaisen has fermented itself in the top tier.
Well, I think you can't just like it's shonen, but there's also different categories that it goes on with it too. You
Like
know,
what?
and JJK
There will be prominent.
mystery, like you know what
Yeah,
I
it's
mean?
a lot of
'Cause
mystery. Yeah.
because it's not just them fighting.
Well,
like,
that's the thing. Mystery is a subcategory, but when I'm talking about the genre of like
no,
actual,
yeah, but everything has like different like.
Yeah,
three
it's incorporating
when
all
we're
these other
looking up
things,
different
though.
ones, it's
Yeah.
not always a shonen. It's not just only HE.
no,
know
but
what I
that's the
mean?
main. That's the main. Like if you look it up right now, the main most popular title for this one would be shonen. That's what
would.
that's what people would like.
It would be
associate
falling
with.
underneath
Yeah.
that.
And
category.
then it has subcategories. You said because
Yeah.
it does have mystery. They put drama in there because there is drama.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But then if you go to something that's like Erased, that is a mystery but has no fucking shonen,
Yeah,
it's different.
It's a main mystery. Yeah,
It's a different. You know what I'm saying? So, but that's what I meant. Like by its like number. If you were gonna go, what is it? Shonen right away.
Mhm.
You wouldn't say mystery. You know that it has mystery,
Yeah.
but shonen is where it's at. You know what I'm saying? So that's why I think I would say that it's one of the best shonen of our years that have come out right now, of the new age anime that came out. You know, other than Demon Slayer, which still I think to me is slightly above Jujutsu because it still has that complete body of work of 4 seasons so far. So yeah, but go ahead, Josh.
So for me, again, I'm a manga reader, so I already read this entire arc.
Yes.
I'm not gonna lie, they probably did one of the best adaptations that they've done, and like I've seen from a manga into an anime. They added a lot of new material that I feel like enhanced the work. And then the only bad thing I could say about the season was just the whole animation issue and like how they work their people, you know. And all that jazz, bro. We got videos about
you
it.
already know. Yeah,
So,
check out past videos.
but-
Stop beating a dead horse, Josh.
I'm not
Okay.
beating a dead horse. I'm just saying how
check
it
out
is.
past videos if you haven't seen it.
But besides that, though, I feel like they did a really great job with the animation quality. I feel like
That what
again,
Japan said about their workers.
the direction they
Dang.
went, the direction they went with the characters, like how everyone experienced how Yuji was feeling. Because again, Yuji lost. Like the good guys lost.
Yeah.
All right, this is an
Yeah,
overwhelmingly
they definitely-
victory for the
Bad
bad guy.
Easily.
Bad guy, if anything.
Yeah.
Because Geto got everything according to the plan. Like
Yeah.
his plan was to steal Gojo and to steal Mahito.
Yeah.
And
He
to
wanted,
kill
he
Mahito.
wanted Jogo
Yes.
too, but Sukuna kind of killed that plan.
Yeah.
Literally.
So I'm just saying, yeah, exactly. So that's the thing. So yeah, he lost on that, but besides that, everything he wanted, and it's basically like everything got set into motion. So again, the bad guy won. That's not something that happened often. There is like a lot of character. We usually see a lot of character deaths, but not like this. And a lot of main characters did die. Well, just two technically, Nanami and Nabara. But the way how everything was laid out.
We didn't. I mean,
well, Nabara.
want to say,
yeah,
I know. But if you want to just look off of, there's a lot more people that died than that.
That's very true. And
Oh,
the thing
yeah.
is, and then we
You
got the
wanna list
introduction.
off the people.
And then one of my
that we
favorite
know
things,
about.
we got the introduction of Toji, and like that
He
was
died.
one. I love how his introduction when we see in the beginning, and then when you see him come back, that expression that you guys had when he came back,
Bro was amazing.
it like all of that. I think it was really done really well. Again, animation, I know it had its problems. I still think it was done well. Adaption again was 100. It was done 100%. It was on the money. I just wish it ended on a better note, but it didn't. But it's just completely fine. Overall, I want to give this a 9 out of 10. I wish I could give it a 10 out of 10, but I'm not gonna lie. I feel like this is gonna be an asterisk of this season, just because of the animation hubbub that we
Animation
got.
in the last episode.
So it's crazy.
Not even
because-
in the last episode, like
That's just me.
because like
I
the
don't-
the last episode kind of did.
Huh?
The last episode they're gonna give you a lot, but again, it was very very slow, and it didn't hype up the next season. I don't feel like it
didn't
did.
at all. Like I don't know what's happening. Like it just kind of lets you know.
Well, no, they did because they
let
were
you-
like,
they know that you.
we're blaming the principal.
Yeah.
I
They
think
bl-
the
they
Yuta
blame the
part was what
principal.
They tried to like.
Yuta was the only hype thing about it.
Yeah, Yuta's
honestly.
coming in to kill Yuji, and we
And
know that's what's gonna
What
happen.
happened to me? I was watching the show and I'm like, how long did I have left? Is almost done? What happened?
Yeah.
I'm like, what is going on right
And I'm like, I don't feel like
Yeah.
you gave me enough for you to end this
And
off.
then it was like
this.
final episode, and I'm like, what the fuck was that?
I'm like,
Yeah.
bro, I wish you would have gave me
I
a
was
little
like,
bit more.
that was ass.
Like
Yeah,
I would have
he
even
just-
took a cliffhanger.
Facts.
Swear to God.
it did give you a cliffhanger. What you
That's what
talking
I
about?
said. If they
It
would've
gave
ended
you
with
a
22
cliffhanger.
episodes,
Bro,
that's
that
it.
cliffhanger.
Yuji was walking on a bridge and then he's gonna talk about cursed spirits and he just turned around. And he
Yeah.
turned around. He called it? He did a- Did he?
Yeah.
Okay.
He controls those curses.
Bro,
Got
that
it.
is not a.
That's what it looks like.
You
to me.
think I'm?
He probably knows something I don't
You
know,
think
bro.
I'm really like? Oh yes, Yuji's fighting low level curses.
Facts.
Yes, I can't wait to see next season.
No, I'm just saying he was walking on the bridge. He's getting attacked. And he turned around. Cliffhanger.
He didn't turn
Click-
around.
Yeah. Oh, he
Bro,
didn't
he-
even turn around.
he
Cliffhanger. My bad. He didn't even turn around.
He brought those cursed spirits up. And
He
then
clapped.
stopped, and you're like, huh? I wonder if
clapped.
he's controlling them. That's what I was thinking.
Yeah.
He
That was
clapped.
me.
He
Cliff-
clapped.
and then you
He
know
clapped.
what?
I thought he was
And you
like-
know
I'm
what
like,
we're
wait,
talking
does
about?
he have Toto's? I mean, does he have
Toto.
Toto's ability?
But you know what? The thing is,
No.
we're talking about
I
it. It's a
know.
cliffhanger. So that's a cliffhanger. So that's your cliffhanger right there. It was a weak. It was a
weak.
weak one. It was
Bro,
weak.
I mean, I'd rather.
Again,
better
my thing is I will give it my final verdict on it was a 9. I
So
think
9,
they did an amazing.
9.5, so it's gonna be a strong 9.
It's
Yeah,
9.
we just leave it at 9.
I think that they could have definitely did better closing it, but they did great throughout the whole thing. So
Yeah.
I'm excited for
Yeah.
next season.
I thoroughly it put itself on the market.
Chimera and
Top
are still
tier.
number 1 though, by
yeah,
far.
that's far.
Yeah.
That's
By
sure.
far. Sorry.
I think I have more episodes though, but still it was way better.